Karen demanded a VIP table, lying that she knew the owner. But I own the place. I did this, and the bill left her in tears. Owning a restaurant is a wild ride. You meet incredible people, celebrities, influencers, and regulars who become like family. And then, you meet people like her, the ones who walk in like they own the place, the ones who demand VIP treatment without lifting a finger, the ones who assume that because they speak with arrogance, the world will bend to their will. And on this particular night, I met the Queen of Karens. The restaurant had been in my family for 3 generations. My grandparents opened it in the 1970s, bringing their Italian roots to Canada. My parents took over after them, expanding it and making it one of the best fine dining spots in the city. And when they retired, they sold it to me. I put everything into this place. Rebranded, renovated, marketed it to the right people. It took years of grinding, but eventually we became a must-visit spot. Celebrities, influencers, food critics, they all came here. And because of that, we kept 3 VIP tables free every night, just in case. It was a system that worked flawlessly. Until that night. The night she walked in. I was standing near the entrance, greeting guests when they arrived. It was one of our busiest nights, reservations booked out months in advance. That's when I saw them. 6 women walked in, led by one who practically oozed entitlement. Mid-20s. Dressed to impress. Expensive heels. And the moment she stepped inside, she acted like she owned the place. "Oh my God, this restaurant is everything," she gushed loudly. "The food is, like, legendary. And there's probably a celebrity here tonight." Her friends giggled, clearly impressed by her confidence. Then, she turned to me and flashed a fake, overly confident smile. "We need a VIP table for 6, she announced. I smiled politely. "Of course. Can I get the name on the reservation?" Her smile flickered. "Oh, I didn't make one," she said. "But it's okay. The owner is a personal friend of mine. He always keeps a table open for me." I raised an eyebrow. "I am the owner, and I have never seen this woman in my life." But instead of calling her out immediately, I decided to play along, because if she wanted to pretend she knew the owner, she was in for the lesson of her life. "Oh, I see," I said, nodding. "The owner keeps a table open for you?" She flipped her hair. "Always," she said, her voice dripping with fake importance. Her friends nodded along, like they fully believed her. One of them even whispered, "Oh my God, I can't believe you have this kind of pull." I had to fight the urge to laugh. "Well, I'm afraid we don't have any open reservations," I said, keeping my voice neutral. Her smile vanished. "Excuse me," she snapped. "That can't be right." The owner promised. Then, she whipped out her phone. "You know what? I'll just text him and clear this up." Her fingers flew over the screen, fake texting a contact that did not exist. And then, with a smug smirk, "You're about to lose your job." Her friends giggled, feeding off her energy. "Yeah, kiss your minimum wage job goodbye," one sneered. "Do you even know who she is?" another added. I kept my expression neutral. Because the funniest part? They genuinely thought I was just a waiter. They thought they had power over me. And that's when she leaned in and whispered, "You can either give us the table or I'll make your life very difficult. This isn't worth losing your job over." I almost choked on my own amusement. She was so sure of herself, so sure that her fake connection with the owner would get her what she wanted. But she had made a critical mistake, because I had 3 options at that moment. Option 1, tell her the truth immediately and watch her crumble. Option 2, give in, let her have the table, and move on. Option 3, teach her a lesson she will never forget. I chose option 3, and trust me, she was about to regret everything. She really thought she had one. She thought I was just some minimum wage employee she could bully into submission. And I let her think about it. Because the longer she believed it, the better this was going to be. "You're about to lose your job," she repeated, fake smirking as she lifted her phone. Then, she pressed it to her ear and started talking. To nobody. "Karen, hey, it's me. I'm at the restaurant, and they're saying they don't have my VIP table ready. Can you fix this?" She paused, nodding like she was getting a response. "Karen, yeah, I told them you always keep a table for me. It's like they don't know who I am." Her friend snickered. "She's so powerful. These idiots are gonna feel so stupid." I stood there, arms crossed, completely unbothered. "Karen, okay, great. Thanks, babe. Love you." Then, she hung up and turned back to me with a satisfied smirk. "The owner is not happy with you," she said dramatically. "He said to seat us right now, or there will be consequences." I smiled. Because it was time to end this. "That's funny," I said casually. She blinked. "What is?" "Well," I said, tilting my head, "you just had a full conversation with the owner." Her smirk grew. "Exactly. So if you know what's good for you, you'll let me finish. I stepped forward. You just had a conversation with the owner while I was standing right in front of you. Silence. She froze. Her friends went dead quiet. That's right, I said, grinning now. I'm the owner. Her face drained of color. W what? She stammered. I own this restaurant. My name is on the deed, and I have never seen you before in my life. She opened her mouth, closed it, opened it again, and then she did what every entitled liar does when they get caught. She doubled down. Oh my God, this is so embarrassing, she fake laughed. Her friends forced a chuckle. I think I, got your name mixed up with another owner I know. Lie. I swear, I come here all the time. Lie. You must recognize me. I'm an influencer. Biggest lie. At this point, I was done playing nice. You've never been here before, I said flatly. She sputtered. Yes, no, you haven't. I turned to my hostess. Check the reservation system. See if she's ever booked here before. The hostess quickly searched her name. And the results? Nothing. No record of her, the hostess said. I turned back to Karen. So tell me again, I said, arms crossed. How exactly do you know me? She stammered. Her friends refused to make eye contact. She had nowhere to run. But instead of admitting defeat, she made one last mistake. She tried to threaten me. Her whole demeanor changed. She squared her shoulders, voice turning cold and sharp. You know what? I don't even care. She gestured to her still giggling friends. Let's just go somewhere better. This place is overrated anyway. I shrugged. Good idea. Have a great night. But as she turned to leave, she whipped back around. And then she dropped the bomb. Karen, you just made the biggest mistake of your life. I sighed. Here we go. Karen, I have a huge following. I'll destroy this place online. One bad review from me, and you'll be out of business. Her friends gasped dramatically. I fought the urge to laugh, because she had no idea what was coming next. Oh, you're an influencer? I asked, pretending to be interested. She smirked. That's right. I pulled out my phone. Perfect. Let's see your profile. Her confidence shattered instantly. Well, it's private, she mumbled. Oh, really? I smiled. Then it shouldn't be a problem if I ask my marketing team to check? Her eyes widened. I waved at my social media manager across the room. Hey, do me a favor, look up this woman's influencer page. Karen's face went pale. Her friends took a step back. Wait, that's not necessary, she said quickly. Oh, but you said you had a huge following, I said innocently. We love working with influencers. The hostess leaned in. She has 346 followers, she whispered. I burst out laughing. Her friends started laughing too. And just like that, her entire act crumbled. She grabbed her purse and stormed toward the exit. Her friends scrambled after her, whispering, Oh my God, you lied to us? And the moment she stepped outside, the entire restaurant applauded. Because sometimes, karma is instant. Karen thought she could just walk away and pretend none of this happened. She thought she could save face by storming out like she was some kind of misunderstood victim. But the internet had other plans. Because while she was busy fake texting the owner and threatening my restaurant, a lot of people were watching. And some of them recorded everything. It started small. A few diners had pulled out their phones when she started fake calling me. By the time she threatened to ruin my business with her non-existent influencer status, half the restaurant was recording. And within hours, the video hit TikTok. Title, When You Pretend to Know the Owner, but the owner is standing right there. I had no idea it even existed until my social media manager burst into my office the next morning. Boss, you need to see this. I took her phone, and there she was. Full HD. Lying. Threatening. Embarrassing herself in front of a packed restaurant. And the comments? Brutal. The way she fake called the owner while literally talking to him. I'm losing my mind. She said she was an influencer but only has 346 followers? When the whole restaurant claps at the end? Iconic. She really tried to threaten him with bad reviews at a place that already has a 5-star rating. Ma'am, be serious. The video? Over 2 million views. And Karen? Oh, she was about to have a very bad day. It didn't take long before she found the video. And when she did, she lost it. Karen's post. People online are so cruel. Y'all don't know the full story. This was all a misunderstanding, and now I'm being bullied. Comment section. Misunderstanding? You literally lied on camera. Girl, you fake called the owner. We all saw it. Just say you got caught and go. She tried to get sympathy, but it backfired. Karen's follow-up post. I'm taking legal action for defamation. Comment section. Defamation? Bestie, It's a recording of you lying, suing for showing what actually happened. Good luck with that. She really said, I'm about to make this worse for myself, and ran with it. And just like that, she deactivated her account because sometimes you can't outtalk the truth. While Karen was busy spiraling online, my restaurant was thriving. The video brought in thousands of new followers. Food bloggers started reviewing us. Reservations doubled overnight. People were coming in just to take pictures at the Karen table. Oh, yeah. We renamed the table she tried to steal. Right near the window, perfect lighting for influencers. A little gold plaque read, "The Karen VIP table, reserved for real influencers only." And people loved it. New customers requested it. Regulars laughed about it. And Karen? She would never live this down. Because no matter what she did next, the internet never forgets. Karen thought she could run from the internet. She thought deactivating her account would make people forget. But the thing about going viral? It never truly goes away. Because even though she vanished from social media, the memes, the remixes, the reaction videos, they were just getting started. It didn't take long before people turned the video into pure gold. POV, you fake call the owner while talking to the actual owner. Sound remix, you're about to lose your job. Caption, when you pretend to be an influencer but only have 346 followers. Everywhere I turned, someone was sending me a new edit. And the best one? A TikTok creator with 3 million followers did a full dramatic reenactment. Title, acting out the most delusional Karen moment of all time. I nearly cried laughing. Karen? Probably wasn't laughing. But me? I was thriving. It started as a joke. A little gold plaque on the table she tried to steal. The Karen VIP table, reserved for real influencers only. But then, people started requesting it. Customers lined up just to take pictures sitting at it. Even actual influencers came in, laughing as they filmed videos there. Influencer post, eating at the Karen table tonight. Another post, manifesting free food by fake calling the owner. Will it work? Stay tuned. The restaurant was booming. And Karen was nowhere to be found. Or so I thought. Because just when I assumed she had finally disappeared, she came back. It was a Saturday night. The restaurant was packed. Reservations were booked out weeks in advance. And then, she walked in. Hair was different. New outfit. Sunglasses, inside. Like she was trying to disguise herself. But the moment she spoke, I knew it was her. Table for two. I raised an eyebrow. Name on the reservation? She hesitated. Then she lied. Again. It should be under Jessica. I smiled. Because she had no idea what was coming next. She thought a wig and sunglasses would be enough to fool me. She thought she could just walk in, change her name, and pretend like nothing ever happened. But the moment she spoke, I knew. And she was about to regret coming back. Table for two, she said, keeping her head down. Name on the reservation? I asked, pretending to check the system. She hesitated. Then, it should be under Jessica. Jessica? Oh, Karen. You really thought that would work? I tapped my screen, making a show of searching. Then, I looked up. I don't see a reservation under Jessica. She shifted nervously. Check again? I gave her my best customer service smile. I'm sorry, but we're fully booked tonight. She gritted her teeth. Are you sure? Positive. Her fake confidence cracked. Then, she tried one last time. Maybe you can make an exception, she said sweetly. Oh, I'd love to, I said, grinning now. Especially since you're such good friends with the owner. Silence. Then, her entire face drained of color. She knew. I knew. And the worst part? Everyone around us was starting to recognize her. It started as a whisper. A couple at a nearby table leaned in. Wait, is that the Karen? Then, a woman pulled out her phone. Oh my God, it is. That's the girl from the video. Within seconds, people were staring, whispering, pointing. Karen froze. She had come here thinking she could sneak in unnoticed. Instead, she was surrounded by people who knew exactly who she was. And then, the final blow landed. A group at the back of the restaurant stood up and clapped. Why? Because they were sitting at the Karen table. And Karen looked like she wanted to die on the spot. She grabbed her friend's arm. Let's go, she hissed. But the friend didn't move. Instead, she snatched her hand away. Wait, you're the Karen from the video? Karen's eyes widened. W what? No, that's not. Her friend pulled out her phone. Holy crap, it's really you. I can't believe you dragged me here. You swore it wasn't that bad. The whole restaurant was watching now. And then, someone started recording. POV, when you try to sneak back into the restaurant you got banned from. Karen panicked. Stop recording me, she screeched. But it was too late. The damage was already done. She turned on her heel, grabbed her purse, and bolted for the door. Her friend didn't follow. Instead, she stayed behind, shaking her head in embarrassment. And just like that, Karen ran out of my life forever. By the time I got home that night, the video was everywhere. Title: Karen tries to sneak back into the restaurant. Gets recognized immediately. Trending on TikTok. Over 5 million views overnight. The comment section is absolutely roasting her. Did she really think a wig would work? This is hands down the funniest sequel of all time. Imagine being this famous for being the worst person alive. Karen? She was done. She deactivated every account. Her social media? Wiped clean. And me? I never heard from her again. The Karen table stayed. The restaurant thrived more than ever. And every time a customer sat at that table, they'd ask, "So, is the story really true?" And I'd just smile and say, every word of it. Because in the end, she tried to fake her way into power. And instead, she became a legend for all the wrong reasons. And me? I walked away with the best revenge of all. Success. Karen had vanished. No social media. No online presence. No more fake influencer nonsense. For months, I didn't hear a single thing about her. And honestly, I thought that was the end of it. But then, one of my servers came running into my office, laughing so hard she could barely speak. "Boss, you need to see this." She handed me her phone. And the moment I looked at the screen, I lost it. Because Karen? She was back online. But not as an influencer. As a meme. It turned out that Karen's meltdowns went beyond my restaurant. People started digging. And they found other incidents. Screaming at a barista for getting her name wrong. Throwing a tantrum in an airport over baggage fees. Demanding a hotel upgrade because she was a celebrity. She had been pulling this stunt for years. And now, the internet had turned her into a full-on character. Karen's greatest hits, a compilation video of all her freakouts. Edits of her fake calling the owner with dramatic music. Merch with "Do you even know who I am?" printed on t-shirts. And the best one? Someone created a TikTok account pretending to be Karen. At Fake Karen VIP, day one of pretending to know restaurant owners to get free food. It had 500,000 followers. She had gone from a self-proclaimed influencer to a literal joke. And the best part? She couldn't do anything about it. A few weeks later, she tried to make a comeback. Karen's post: "I've learned so much from my mistakes. I just want to grow and be a better person." Comment section: "Girl, you faked a phone call to the owner. You didn't make mistakes. You were just awful. Maybe just stay offline forever?" She deleted the post within an hour. Because no matter how hard she tried to spin it, people didn't forget. And they definitely didn't forgive. She had built her reputation on lies. And now, she was trapped in them. Life was better than ever. We had record-breaking reservations. We had regulars who came just for the Karen table. We had real influencers promoting us for free. The whole scandal? It boosted us in ways I never imagined. And one night, as I walked through my packed restaurant, watching happy customers laugh and enjoy their food, I realized this wasn't just about Karen. This was about winning. Not by fighting back. Not by dragging her down. But by letting her destroy herself. Because in the end, she didn't ruin me. She ruined herself. And me? I was on top. Karen had become a legend. Just not the way she wanted. Her influencer dreams? Gone. Her social media career? Destroyed. Her reputation? Forever linked to one of the biggest online meltdowns of all time. And me? I was exactly where I wanted to be. One night, a group of real influencers came in, laughing and taking pictures at the Karen table. We had to see it in person. This is the most iconic restaurant story ever. No way she actually came back in disguise. They asked if they could meet the owner. I walked over, smiling. "So, what do you think?" I asked, gesturing to the famous table. One of them grinned. Honestly, best marketing move I've ever seen. And that's when I realized. Karen handed me the greatest business boost of my life. She tried to scam her way into a free meal. Instead, she gave my restaurant permanent viral status. And that was the ultimate revenge. She tried to make a comeback. She rebranded online under a new name. But people recognized her immediately. "Wait, aren't you the fake VIP table girl?" No way she thinks we forgot. "Ma'am, you will never escape this." And just like that, she disappeared again. Maybe she's still out there, trying to reinvent herself. Maybe she finally learned her lesson. Or maybe she's just praying nobody recognizes her at a restaurant ever again. Either way, not my problem. Because the only name that mattered in the story was mine. And my restaurant would always have the last laugh.